Oh, we're just gonna wait here. Oh. Ooh, we can try my new. Okay. Actually, what is that now? There's nobody on. Okay. I'm gonna hit something. Hi, people. Setting up my tripod real quick. Okay, we're gonna be getting into the spooky season. Yeah. You never know yet. It's only September, but so spooky season. Then figured better way to enjoy spooky season. Sorry guys if this is getting a little wiggly wobbly, but I'm setting up my brand new tripod. Like I said, guys, brand new tripod. Alright, so I guess we can get into spooky season together. Where I find basically the most random thing online. Wattpad. Got you random stuff. If you could tell me one thing more random than that, I don't know what is. But we're going with this one. Because I found it at random. It's The Third Woods Child, and anyone who knows anything about creepypasta, you know who I'm speaking of. Of course, we got Jeff the Killer. But instead of just Jeff and Lou, we've got a Harry Potter rendition. I guess Harry's going to be a pasta boy. I don't know. We're just looking through random things. Okay, let's do some random things. Video. Got there. Where to go? I had all of this planned, and then I lost it. Yay! So, we're going into the death of... Damn it. Giggling news. Why? Because we can. Because I want to. So, without further delay, let's look at the news. There gotta be something good on them. Anything? Got to? You imagine something? A Pokemon trick makes getting excellent throws easier. I need that in my life because trying to get excellent throws, especially on a tiny iPhone SE, is almost like pulling teeth. I'm literally just hoping there's somebody in there and I'm not just talking to myself like an idiot. Alright, why you shouldn't sleep on Pokemon's community days for September. Yeah, random headlines to know from Google. So you know, it is when it comes from Google. And right now the phone's out, so yeah, I can do this all day long apparently. Emily Rudd breaks silence on One Piece Season 2 Netflix announcement. Currently watching that and currently loving it. It's everything a One Piece fangirl could dream of. And they portrayed it to a T. Which makes it better. J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fall of Numenor. If it comes from Tolkien, it has to be good. They made The Lord of the Rings. And The Hobbit. So they've made the list of cool. The tail match continues on disappointing trends. That's from Game Rant. Now finally they told me what daggone game that came from. You can play The Sims 5 for free without microtransactions. Hell yeah. Sims 5, you are mine. iOS 17 launching tomorrow for iPhones with these 10 new features. I ain't going to be sticking to the one I've currently got because I am broke and I am poor. And I can't afford another iPhone. Nightmare Before Christmas and Hocus Pocus gets a... It's... I can't say finish the sentence. Lord of the Rings, who are the other major dragons of Middle-earth? Only one I know of so far is the Bolog and Smaug. And the Bolog does not count as a dragon. Super Mario Brothers Wonder has Target exclusive collection. You know you've made it somewhere where you can reach into Target. Pokemon Go offers a Master Ball ticket solution for players. I'm guessing unable to reach the target because the target is massive. I'm barely getting anywhere. 151 of the awesomest throws ever, which makes it hard. Excellent throws are the holy grail, and you have to get over 100 of those. Good Lord, I've been lucky to make it where I am now. Lord of the Rings is an anime video. They're making Lord of the Rings into anime? Yay! Something else for me to absolutely fangirl over. That's going to be awesome. Let's see what other random news can we find today. Where I sit here in oblivion. Pop out the marshmallows. How can you make a Rice Krispie treat without marshmallow? Unless you use a marshmallow flour. This AI shouldn't have Chris will tell you your Hogwarts house. I already know mine. I'm a Slytherin. Why you should start sprinkling coffee grounds around your birds? Why? The birds are going to probably eat it. And it's probably not healthy for the little birdos. Pop-Tart confirms that it's discontinued ironic flavor. What flavor? I haven't had Pop-Tarts in years. They didn't convince shelter volunteers to take them home. Way to go, kitties. Way to go. Which, by the way, we got 5 new kittens. And they're cute. And as issues, but that's besides the point. Pokemon Go, a simple trick to constantly collecting Zygarde cells. I've been having issues catching those damn cells. I've walked route after route, and the cells still hide. They are forever the hidden cells of Zygardeness. We need 2 more episodes for the One Piece live action movie, and it is awesome. They made a live action of an anime that sticks to the script. They even added red-haired Shanks, y'all, and most of the time people like that is forgotten. But they remember Shanks, so they are forever in my good graces. Now, if they only add Law in future episodes, we're gonna be happy. More random news. Dragon Ball, the most heartwarming scenes ranked. There's quite a few of those. And 90% of them go around Goku and Gohan. Goku in that time. But mostly some. Yeah, I turned the truth that night. Yeah, okay. New Brady Brown's house owner. It says she bought it as art. Random person, you bought the Brady Bunch house. Like art deco. It is not decor. It's not art decor. It is a house. And if you are living in the house, it is a home. Oh my. People did. I don't even want to know anymore. Okay, let's see. And then, let's find some funny stories today. And then we're going to get into some spooky season. Yeah, half of you probably just come here to watch me talk about spooky season. My favorite holiday of them all. Because it's the one time of year I can be me and no one judges. If I want to wear black fingernail polish, I can. If I want to wear my black lipstick, nobody's going to care. And in October, it's hockey season. So your girl is going to be happy with hockey. Lots and lots of hockey. Why? Because. Okay, let's get into some trends. Who doesn't love some unadulterated trends from the great spot called Wattpad? And what's better than having a Hobbit mixed with Twilight? If you want cringe, let's just take it up a notch. From my favorite show of The Hobbit to teenage drama of the Twilight Saga. I liked the book. The movies were not too bad, but the cringe is there. It's forever embedded in my head, forever and ever. Okay, so apparently we have an OG character. Somebody just made themselves a character, and it's going to be cool. Actress Amira Amadrea Holland Swan. God, yes. This chick got a name in a hat, yeah? Oh man, this new tripod, I'm loving it. Okay, and for those of you who probably do not believe, okay, yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but let's get the trends, because I can guarantee you if it has Twilight in it. They're guaranteed some damn cringe somewhere. Guys, I'm sorry, people. But for Christ's sake, hey, for the love of Valhalla itself, you guys always makes it cringy. Please tell me it's not going to be like, hi, my name is what they doing over there in that corner. As up and y'all do not take the step, it's like, hi, I'm Jen. Versus a red cactus was so prickly. It always migrates quickly. So let's just get into this. See what the cringe is. Because I can guarantee you it's there. Okay, name meaning. Actress means star. Imra means universal power. Amadrea means tree nymph. And Helen means light. Okay, so badass. We get you. Age is 20. Okay, they actually put someone in the actual age range to be doing this to them. Families, characters, Charlie Swan, Renee Dower, Phil Dower, Isabella Bella Swan, Jeffrey Swan, Helen Swan, Marie Hickenbottom. I keep forgetting that Renee's last name was originally Hickenbottom. Okay, like this, like blah, 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 transforms into a polar bear, bursting balls. Oh, I like the name of that. I hope that gives me hope. The ability to conjure a ball that and have it can burst upon contact with the target. Okay, so it's floating balls. And dimensional storage. The power to store anything in the fold of dimension and space and rematerialize at will. Okay, so you have forever storage. Sweet. And she's a polar bear. I like polar bears. Okay, let's get past all the pretty pictures. As nobody can see them because the background thingy. More pretty pictures. After since have fallen down on the ground before she stands up and looks around, only to see people she recognizes as well as people she doesn't recognize. Like, there's gonna be something! A girl that looks a lot like her mom, except for her tan skin, appears along with her siblings. Looks like everyone's here. Good dimensional. Who are you? Isabella asked, looking at the boys with what she considered her fluky face. But it actually looks like constipated. Yes, somebody finally gets it. I'm Grimborn, son of Buron, and Asterisk sneezed one. Oh yeah! They put a favorite skin into with another. He's no longer lonely. These are my siblings, Nikai, Naisa, and Elmafera, Lathra, Ereborn, Indiana, Breeze, Merwin, Carolyn, Forer, Bjornstein, Elm, Mellora, Telvana, and Bren. And I butchered half of those, but who cares? What? Isabella's pretty stuck. Only I was supposed to have a big family. And there's the whininess that makes me not like Bella. Even in the series, I don't like Bella. I'm Team Volturi. Renee comforts her. Maybe your sister only had her daughters so she could give them to you. That is never happening, Asterisk immediately said, which caused Isabella to scroll at her. Billy Black immediately rolls up to his goddaughter with a smile on his face and starts speaking, which cuts whatever Charlie was going to say off. I'm happy for you, Asterisk. Yeah, they made him out to be the bad guys. I love this already. O'Clock speaks of, they all end up outgrowing you though. I suspect this future me thinks it's worth it. Now, if everyone could introduce themselves, Thorin goes first, naturally, because it's Thorin! I'm Thorin Oakenshield. Feely, Feely starts to say, and Keely, yeah, at your service. Colin at your service. Swollen at your service. Owen at your service. Glowing at your service. Buffer at your service. Biffa at your service. Biffa says in course, my dog. Before Bomber translates, Bomber at your service. Dory at your service. Nori at your service. And Ori at your service. I'm Bilbo Baggins of the Shire. Bilbo says and gets a smile from Anne-Marie. He causes him to smile back as everyone on her side introduced themselves. After she hears everyone else, she doesn't know introduce themselves first, and she finally gets to know who Biron is before it's her turn. I'm Astra Storm, who looks like a male version of Mother Success. All of you are here to watch the life of her mother, the company, and eventually both of her parents. The room to your right has food for everyone, and we make sure that anyone who has abilities won't be able to use them while they are in here. Asterisk gets up and goes to the room and immediately goes Twizzlers, gummy worms, and Kit Kats. Fills a bowl full of blackberries, blueberries, grapefruit, mangoes, blood oranges, and persimmons. And then for her drink, she picked roast tea before she went back to the other room. Oh my God, this girl is a girl after my heart. Lots of snacks, foods, and tea. Yes. Oh my girl, that looks like a perfect mix of both of her steak. As soon as everyone sits down, we can start. Ashley went and sat towards the back before seeing the 10-foot tall guy Buron come up and sit next to her. Imagine that all the seats are different sizes for everyone who they can sit comfortably. Well, I would sure to hope so. I wonder what we will see. Asher says Keely to his brother. Asher is wearing when she arrives in the movie theater. It's basically the Fruits Basket, if any of you watch the anime, t-shirt, and skirty skirt and shoes. I don't know why they put that, because a lot of people, if they are looking at it, just reading it, or somebody else reading it to them, they're not going to see. And so I'm going to skip all those parts, because, yeah. So far, I'm not completely questioning my sanity yet, so let's keep reading, see if I can get there. Another looking actress is seen standing on the porch of her house, waiting for Buron and her sons to come back. We've very clearly seen on her face, even though it's not the first time she's been in this situation. Then she is seen in the house deciding to write in her journal. Charlie sees how his youngest daughter looks when she's older, and he's mad that he missed out on his grandchildren's life, even though he would probably have treated them like how he, Renee, Phil, and Isabella treated Isabel. Why do you feel Renee and Isabel called Asterisk? This is to all my children, for when all of you are grown up, and if I am no longer with you, then I hope you receive this when all of you are old enough. Why does it sound like you're preparing something for something happens to you? Charlie asked Isabel. Asterisk shrugged. Probably just in case. I was not born here in Middle-earth, but I was born on a planet called Earth, to a family which I suspect only your aunt is alive. I had a father named Charlie Swan, a mother named Renee Dower, a stepfather named Phil Dower, and a twin sister named Isabella Swan, even though her and everyone else tried to get me to call her Bella. But they didn't have any luck. My full name before I married your father was Astrid Emira Amadrea Helen Swan. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, and I'm keeping a watch in case the phone company decides to come fix their line. So they're not saying God burns staticky again. And that is quite the name, Lady Asterisk. Bella says, what does it mean? I'm sure it will say, Asterisk says. Asterisk means star. Mira means universal power. And Andromeda means tree nymph. And Helen means light. Lauren looked at her. It suits you. Getting compliments from Oakensfield, you are doing good. Random character in random stories. I was the one my parents didn't expect when my twin sister was born. And the doctors theorized I was hiding behind my sister whenever the ultrasound machine would show my parents the baby. If you have any questions, write them down, and they will be answered once we have a break. Bren says, only to see pens, paper, parchment, quills, and ink appear in front of everyone before the people in Middle Earth by ultrasound machine down as Esther takes another bite of her chocolate. When it was time for Mother to give birth, she gave birth to 2 babies, and not one. And the doctor said that Isabella must have been hitting a bigger amount of food. But they were too busy holding Isabella and cooing over her, while I laid off to the side. Charlie sees the guests look shocked. What? All races cherish children in Middle Earth, while you favor one and ignore the other, Gandalf says. Asher shrugs. I'm used to it with them. You should not have to be used to it, Glowin says angry, but also sad because Gimli was born not too long ago. He couldn't imagine favoring Gimli if his other child, if he had one, got ignored. A nurse saw what was happening and somehow managed to convince him to name me Astrid Amira Andrea Helena Swan. Which I still have no idea how she did that. A lot of people got angry at the fact that a nurse named her. But once they got home, they had the bright idea to start calling me Isabel Maria Swan, since my twins' name turned out to be Isabella Marie Swan. And in their logic, it made sense, since we were twins and we would supposedly do everything together instead of becoming our own person. Gilly and Feely look at each other, then at Amherst. Everyone is different. Are they mental? Do you guys really want my opinion on that? Asher thinks, I think Mother and Isabel are. Father just follows Mother's example. Then they eventually caused Phil to think the same way. I think they thought that I would eventually think that was my actual name or something, but the only reason I knew it wasn't was because Isabella told me it wasn't whenever she wanted to argue with me. Well, until Mother told her to stop calling me Asterisk. When both Isabella and I were 15 months old, Mom dragged us into her car and drove us back to her old home in Phoenix, Arizona, where our grandmother on her side of the family still lived, with the reasoning that nothing ever happened in Florida and that Father wouldn't leave his Ellen grandparents or his job. She took Isabella because it would hurt him, and me so that she would have a servant who would make sure that she and my twin wouldn't have to lift a finger. But the good thing was that I could go to school, even if it was just so that no one would become suspicious, as grandmother treated me like her granddaughter until she died. At least one person treated you well, Bertha said with a small smile, trying to lighten the mood. I pretty quickly made friends with everyone except the popular kids, who Isabella wanted to be friends with. So Mother decided that I had to befriend them and somehow get my twin into the group. But since I did the chores, grocery shopping, cooking bills, Isabella's homework, my homework, and catered to 2 people, as well as being forced to wear my sister's style clothes, I didn't have time to put into being a popular girl, which I was thankful for because despite knowing that they were covering an insecurity or something, I didn't want to be popular. Renee looks at Isabel. We could have figured something out. Actress makes a face. Trust me, you wouldn't have. You would let me tire myself out trying to keep up to your expectations. Okay, that was a lot. A 16-year-old Astrid Swan, or Isabel Swan, to the rest of the family, could be seen in her room closing the blinds and packing her trunk, mounts away into her dimensional storage area, which only left her bags. You see, Astrid is able to put anything in a fold of space, then pull it out at will. Isabella looks at her. I could have brought so much more of my stuff to Fort. You didn't have any clothes that were suited for the cold weather, though, Astrid points out. Renee comes in minutes after she finishes putting most of her stuff in her dimensional storage. Before you go, tell me the rules. Introduce myself as Isabel Swan, or Belle for short. Help my sister. Don't let anyone figure out that I do her homework as well as mine. Do whatever God says, and do not develop feelings for anyone. My friend is tired off women. Actress lists off, planning on breaking the first rule once she makes friends, because Isabel is not her name, nor will it ever be. Renee frowns. Really, Isabel? Well, I'll let you guys call me that. With no problem. But to have your delusions placed on the others is a different matter. Actress responds. The principal of Fort High speaks up. You do your homework as well as Bella's? Always have. Actress says we're not. I mean, the handwriting on her homework and on her test are different, and I know that she wouldn't study. Lies, Edward yells. The principal from Phoenix speaks up. Once break starts, we will test Isabella and Actress separately and make sure that no one else can interfere. Actress gets the bags she didn't put in her dimensional storage and carried them downstairs as Mom went to go check on Isabella. More like help her pack, since she was dragging her feet about going, even though it was her idea. And Actress got to the bus stop since she decided to take the bus instead of riding in the car, where their mom would be very loudly compliment Isabella, which would boast her sister's ego even more than it already was. Isabella fakes an offended look. She offended. For as long as Actress could remember, she has been doing everything while Isabella could gallivant around wherever she pleased, and then come home only to tell Mom about it while she was in earshot. Isabella thought that every guy she met wanted to be with her. She even went so far as to stalk any guy who told her no, and that usually resulted in a restraining order which she would violate until the boy came along, till another boy come along. It would have been worse, but both her and Mom would do whatever it takes just to get the restraining order. Are ways that I don't want to know, and I don't even want to know about their life. Jasper fills Isabella's anger and embarrassment, for he looked at Alice and didn't even see her look, even a little disgusted. So he moved away from the woman who called herself his mate. I feel like my family is in their own little world, where Isabella is raised to believe that the world revolves around her, and that they hate anyone who disagrees. Okay, I'm gonna take my... Whoa! Sorry about that. Like, my tripod folded. Christ, man. Christ, that was bad. My mom is scatterbrained and childish, and that's where Isabella gets that from. Plus, they both throw tantrums and stomp their feet when things don't go their way. Renee also made sure that Isabella got the best food while I had whatever was left, or canned food, even though I bought it. Ashley makes it to the bus stop, where she sees other people there and sees a guy keep looking at her. The guy sees her look at him. Are you related to Bella Swan? She's not. Why do you ask? She started stalking me, the guy said. I just wanted to know why. In her fantasy world, everything revolves around her, and she assumes that every guy she sees wants her despite several restraining orders against her. Ashley says, I'm so sorry that happened to you. We're going to save her dad, so hopefully things go well for you now. That was for her Jobo comments. I'm sure things will be okay now. But why don't you do anything against her legally, the guy asked. Ashley frowned. I can't. If I made a move, Mom, would you hear his bite? Or anything else to get the punishment as well as it can go. And my dad's a cop who favors her while still being in love with Mom while I'm just a teen. The guy looks at her sadly for a moment. Sorry, I'm new here. I'm Oliver Smith. Nice to meet you. I'm Astrid Swan. The end. That's literally the end, people. Wow. Wow. That was something. That was a whole lot of something. That was a whole bunch of something. And a whole lot of I don't know what. Yep. That's lovely. There we go. How we can use this like this. But yeah, thankfully it's becoming spooky season. And your girl is happy because she loves spooky season. Oh, there's my own button. I'm still getting used to my new tripod that has like a little clicky button that allows me to do things with a clicky button. I like the clicky button. Don't push me. And it's rechargeable. That's a huge bonus right there. Let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Playing with settings. Yay! Well, Bud. What is up, everyone? Hi. And welcome